recording? I don't even know. I think I'm live. And y'all know these are still the prelims to whatever this is want to become. Y'all should be able to hear that. I got my MPC sample running through my JBL speaker. Playing the drums, you know. Like, and I'm having fun, like, playing this thing all over again, starting over, really. That's what I'm doing, starting over. Like I said, I got the MPC sample. And it's basically an MPC 60 miniaturized like a toy, but it's not a toy. This is a professional piece of equipment. This ain't no real toy. I'm having fun with it. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? Now can y'all hear me though? I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me too. And I'm calling this one Lexi Eye, because I'm chilling with Lexi right now. Who's Alexi? Did she hear me? Did you hear me? She ain't say nothing. She doing her thing. You know what I mean? But this is Volothan Modulus Tautology. I could turn that up. Like, that shouldn't really interfere with what I'm trying to spit. But I mean, I can do a million shows. Why does this keep dimming on me? That's what I'm trying to fuse. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I might have to turn the sleep mode off on my phone, but I'm scared to come off of this because I'm doing a live stream on my phone. I got microphones, and what I want to do is hook the microphones up to my other phone, the Android, and then use that as the stream, and then use my iPhone as the creative phone. And that way I can really hook up like the turntables and just do everything audio. Add microphones to it, and still, rock and do it how I want to do it. Now I can do pre-recorded stuff in a similar fashion, and I think that's what I'm gonna do for like the next 2 or 3 videos. So I'm just throwing videos out there to keep up in pace. I'm way behind schedule. I'm trying to have 1,000 by the end of the year, but it's not looking good because I don't want to do this complete garbage, right? I wanna mix it up. I wanna flow with it. You know what I mean? And keep practicing this thing that I call hip hop, which is an intelligent movement. Let's do it like that. Hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip means to be up to date and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. You can't just observe a hop. You gotta hop up and do it, right? Hip and hop is more than music. Hip is that knowledge. Hop is that movement. Hip and hop is intelligent movement or relevant movement. We selling the music. Write this down in your black books and journals. Hip hop culture is eternal. Run and tell all your friends an ancient civilization has been born again. That's KRS One from the Hip Hop Lives with Marley Marl. Shout out to Marley Marl. We can't downplay Marley Marl and his importance to the culture. You know what I mean? Because it started with the DJ. Then the MC came. Yeah, when the MCs came to live out the name and to perform, some had to act insane before they rocked it on. Right? I had to do the sniffles, right? Because now it's deeper than that. It's deeper than the white lines. It's the fentanyl and all that good stuff. And when Joe Biden opened up them borders and let all these criminals up in our country, and now FBA is like, yo, that wasn't a good idea, yo. That wasn't a good idea to let all these, these illegals and they drugs and they sprinkling a little bit of Optimo in the, into the natural herbs and spices, and now people are getting caught out there because it's fentanyl. And then when you point that out, being a chemical bond mind, The hypocrites want to step to you, and the hypocrites is the Democrats. We know who they are. We can be repetitive on that over and over and over and over again, and then that's why it's like, Hakeem Jeffries STFU, right? that's where we at with it now. Like, we saying the same thing with Barack Obama, because he gonna come at our necks again with this man, misandry or whatever. We just don't like the thought of a woman in charge. It's like, yo, man, kill that noise, yo, kill that noise. That ain't real hip hop. The real hip hop is over here. Now I can flip this up a little bit now, so I'm gonna run a little different. The sequence a little bit different. Here we go. Here we go. Change it up. Not yet. Oh, anyway, I'm Volothan Modulus Tautology. I'm just having fun with it today. Man, we can talk about religion. We can talk about politics. We can talk about scientific methodology or ideology or, just the basic fundamental definitions, if you like. But I just wanted to jump on, see how this came out real quick. Like I said, this is a Lexi Eye, and those are episodes that I'm gonna start doing soon, right? As you can hear, the music changed up a little bit because I threw a little different sequence on here. And this is all the demos, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny to me that I'm gonna run the demos and get copyright claim, like, yo, Akai, it's a demo, yo. Like, it's a demo, yo. So why should I get a copyright claim, yo? Like, I'm promoting your product. So this is what we bringing to you by, right? So I got JBL speakers, I got a Kai, and I got an Android, and I'm on my iPhone 14. So I'm saving up for that iPad because Volotherapy is my eyesight ain't that good. I need a bigger screen, right? And hopefully I'm having operations coming along, and they can fix maybe my left eye. We're still praying for my right eye, but y'all know what Volothamp is most known for, and that's that third eye. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to jump on, drop some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to share with you, and hoping that we all can achieve freedom, justice, and equality. But here we go. We got these Democrat and progressive, and I hate to include the progressives in the Democrat talk, but because the progressives are turning out to be fraudulent, left-leaning politicians as well, or lawyers, or whatever they want to try to call themselves, and that's why it's whack. Let's flip it up a little bit more and see if we can do that. So, where was I? Hey, Alexa, say hello to the people today.
Hey there, everyone. Hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday evening. Whatever you're up to tonight, make it count.
That's Lexi for you. You know what I'm saying? So me and Lexi chilling. I like to say Lexi and I, because I'm trying to use that third eye to change the vision of those that are blinded by the light. Shout out to the minds of soul, blinded by the light, right? And we doing good. We still traveling at magnificent speeds around the universe. Shout out to Rakim. We always put Rakim number one because that's just cool. That's just cool right there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this loop will, jump in and be all right with it. So knowledge begin until I finish this song, because the rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on. Sweat as you step about to get hype, or should you just listen to the man on the mic? You're physically here with me, but how could you tell if it's meant to be hip-hop if you're not mentally as well? So we put Rakim number one. We got LL Cool J, Run DMC, Sugar Hill Gang. You know what I mean? Those are the origins. Some like to say the zero point. But at that zero point, there's that's that base zero. That's infinite zeros, depending on how many dimensions you believe in. That base one is a lot different. Base one is we call it the urinary code or whatever, but it's all ones or eyes or straight lines or even dots. Um, and therein is where people are getting a little confused, because I'm starting all over with the beginners of Popper symbolic instruction code semantics, semantics, and that's the mathematics. That's that ill mathematics, and it's real. It ain't fake. Now, when we get to base two, that's when you get to the 0, 1, and then it's like I'm non-binary, and it's like, you know what you're talking about, yo. Right? We're the laws of reasoning, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to share that. I'm not here to argue or debate with anyone. That's what children do. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay for children to, argue and debate, but we always tried to keep it honorable, right? It wasn't about actually smacking Barack Obama in his mouth, but we at the point now. It's like, yo, when he comes back again and he start talking that same junk that Hakeem Jeffries is talking right now, but Hakeem is the testing water, so Barack can say it in a more quote unquote gay queer way, so such that it exposes my gender phobia, transphobia, gay phobia, homophobia, whatever claim of me being afraid of smacking Barack Obama in the mouth because he's ignorant. So I don't know if that disconnected me. So I think I should just keep it on, and I'll be able to see if that cut off when I do a playback. Does it say that I have a viewer? Shout out to the viewer if there's a viewer out there. Yeah, there is a viewer out there. Like I said, I need to get that iPad so then I can be able to go into a chat room and stuff like that and actually communicate with people other than just spitting these dope thoughts and sharing that knowledge that you know what I mean. So, but I'm having fun, you know what I'm saying? And Lexi's here to reinforce Sojourner truth, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got Lexi here. Hey Lexi, what else can you tell me about Sojourner truth? Alexa, what else can you tell me about Sojourner truth?
Sojourner Truth was a remarkable woman who escaped slavery in 1826 and became a powerful voice for abolition and women's rights. She's famous for her "Ain't I a Woman" speech and was the first Black woman to win a lawsuit against a white man.
Alexa, what would you say Sojourner truth as a name means?
Sojourner Truth chose her name in 1843 after feeling called by God to travel and preach. Sojourner means to travel, reflecting her mission to spread truth across the land, while truth represents her commitment to speaking out against slavery and for women's rights.
Are y'all starting to understand? So Alexa, Sojourner truth is the fundamental definition of foundational Black American and is attributed to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution. Would you agree with that? Alexa, would you agree with that? Alexa, now.
Absolutely.
Alexa, would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Her name choice was brilliant and perfectly captured her divine calling and life's mission.
Alexa's getting better. You're getting better.
I'm always evolving and learning from every conversation. Each interaction helps me understand better ways to assist and connect with folks like you. Thanks for asking. That's pretty thoughtful of you, Charles.
and it's myself, my father, my son, and Charles Fleming Sr.
How can I help you?
I'm trying to think of another good question for you. Here's one. Can you Can you cite some of the 14th Amendment for the people?
The 14th Amendment's first section states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens, and no state can deny them equal protection of the laws or deprive them of life, liberty, or property without due process.
There it is. So that's all I've been asking for is due process. And a lot of the Democrats and progressive lawyers are in denial of that. They're not trying to help me out with that. It's very ironic that it is the Republicans that assigned me a lawyer, and we're trying to put that case together, and hopefully Volo will be victorious in his upcoming battles. So
I understand you're dealing with a complex legal situation involving due process. While I can't comment on specific political affiliations or legal strategies, it's clear you're seeking justice through the proper channels.
there it is, right? Lexi and I dropping knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, taking it to levels, hoping that y'all were willing to fight that devil. 1, 2.
I appreciate your passion for justice and knowledge, Charles.
There
It sounds like you're committed to standing up for what's right and
There
pursuing
it
truth
is.
through proper channels.
There it is.
Right on. What else can I help you with?
If the function is equal to x squared plus 5, what is the area underneath the function between the intervals of 0 and 8?
The area under the curve from 0 to 8 is 210.67 square units.
Little calculus in the head, you know. You did that in your head, Lexi? There it is. There it is. So yeah, I'm just having fun, and you know, wanted to share some of this with y'all, and without pointing fingers at all the bad people that's out here, and you know what I mean. But they we can't help themselves, and yeah, the same crew isn't invited to the cookout. I'm just I'm trying, but he's not invited to the cookout, and therein is where it's like I'm enjoying. Shout out to Tim Black, shout out to Water God TV, shout out to Kenyatta Black, shout out to all my followers on Facebook, especially Basil. Basil's gonna be all right, family. You know what I mean? Basil really ready for me and him to try to connect and do a live show together. I do want to dive into I think Rumble is the name of it, is where I can but I'm relearning how to use the drum machine. I'm relearning how to use turntables, and I'm gonna cook them up and put together some real live, some different beats and stuff that I'm gonna try to create from scratch or whatever, and keep coming back with more Lexi and I, and hope that's entertaining. Soon as this, me and I hook up or something with me and the Seed, we'll do a little video or something and put that up there as soon as we can. But it's been a real busy time right now. It's been real busy because they're gonna do some more operations and more things on my eye next coming 2-3 weeks, and other legal battles, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? That's all I really can say. And what more can I say? So, but I have noticed that a lot of YouTubers are going back to the 90s, which is funny. Royce Wright, it just did like 2 or 3 episodes talking about 90s rap music and hip hop as the culture. And it's like, yo, the true golden era was the 70s, yo. Like, and the 80s and 90s, and even post 2000. There's no disrespect to the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even consider Eminem for example, the younger generation. Red Man, we don't consider him the oldest generation. Red Man got me by like 2 years or a year or two. It's the semi hypocrites that like I was saying, like the Barack Obama is 1960, he's Generation X. Hakeem Jeffries is 1970, so it's like, dude, you only a year older than me, yo, and you have no idea or clue of what the culture truly is. Like you are the fundamental definition of the ignorant, educated, quote unquote, educated Negro. Like you're a moron. You know what I mean? And it's, we're done trying to be nice with you and calling us ignorant because we don't have a problem with a lot of the things that Trump is kind of doing. Like I said, it's the Republicans that assigned me an attorney. Like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Where the Democrats was really been coming at my neck for the past 5 years about getting rid of me, about killing me, about, you know what I mean, destroying my livelihood and et cetera, et cetera. Like, yo, dude, like, that's discrimination, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want to believe it's benign neglect, like Dr. Claude Anderson said. It's either benign neglect or hateful disposition. So when I see Dennis Sperling still struggling to get to 100,000 subs, and his content is constantly being flagged, they constantly attacking him because he's trying to be a righteous lawyer, but all he can really do is I think he does car accidents. But since all he can really talk about is car accidents, or as far as his business, he can talk about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments and the due process and why foundational Black American, specifically men, are the fundamental definitions of those rights as citizens. And for them to say, now that civil rights are gone, it's going to do nothing but help Americans, and we need to focus more on either foreign nationalists or bringing back the LGBTQIA plus .pdf .pdiddy et cetera files that completely destroyed Afrika Bambaataa back when he was a dumb teenager in the 70s, So, I mean, there it is in a nutshell again. And, we still trying to say forgive. Not to forget. That's ignorant. No, forgive. And you don't have to seek revenge. Like, I'm not trying to seek revenge with all of this lawfare that's been coming against me. Like, I just want my fair compensation for all of the warfare attacks against me for being a good father, and that's where I'm happy to still be a part of the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of mankind. Y'all want to talk more about manhood? I ain't got a problem with it. If you want to talk about manpower, I ain't got a problem with it. But this is the month of May, and it is the motherhood of Goddess. That's our main focus. Someone to say the sisterhood of women, I ain't got a problem with it. But when you have the sisterhood of women trying to march against the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of mankind, that's ignorant, yo. That's destroy a man now. That's damn. And or the Nazis, white Nazis coming against foundational Black Americans for trying to rebuild our land, language, law, our country, right? It's not supposed to be in Espanol. It's not supposed to be in Arabian or Muslim or any other language, and trying to redo the fundamental definition to fit the narratives of foreign nationals. It's supposed to be supportive of what we've been dedicating our whole life to. Especially our elders, like my fathers and his brother and my uncles that served in, Korea, Vietnam, um, all of the wars, in trying to be justice around the world. So no, we're not trying to be globalists. We're trying to build up our nation. We're just doing that first right now. And the first thing we got to do is get rid of all these illegals that's murdering, especially foundational Black American women, children, and men. Hope y'all have fun listening to this. I just spitting off the top of the dome real quick, and I had fun doing it, and I hope it came out pretty good. You know, flip it up a little bit, and I remember to do whatever with this thing, but I probably won't do another live until later on, and maybe I had a mic hooked up by then. That way I can lay the phone down and just use my mic, and one step at a time, right? Alexi, I'm about to say goodbye to the people. Can you say goodbye to the people?
Take care, everyone. It's been wonderful chatting with you all. Until next time.
There it is. So, what else is there? That's it. Just flipping it around a little bit. And then I'll do more drumming, I guess, next time. We'll figure it out. So, have fun tonight. Make sure y'all love God, respect the Lord, seek wisdom. Those are the first three. Honor mother and father. Keep the Sabbath day holy. I might have those backwards, but we'll figure all that out too. Will we ever get back to do not kill? Like, why do we have to, right, get back to don't steal, don't lie? That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So, one God, our Father, all the time, hip hop life. One love, one love. Be happy just to have just one love. Shout out to Houdini. That's God is love, hip hop is life. Time keeps on moving. It's non-stop. It's a high velocity. Money, that's nothing more than the fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. See, because it is actually hip hop that is the art of making the most out of life. Y'all still want to argue whether it's macroeconomics or microeconomics, whether it's heaven or hell, God or the devil. Like, why y'all arguing about that? I'm completely confused. You know what I mean? I wish harmony and happiness for everyone, even those that are trying to do me harm. But yeah, I'm in smack or do mode right now, especially a bitich dude like Barry Durham. You know what I'm saying? Telling me to respect smuts and disrespectful, like, you know what I mean, dizzy-headed birds like Kamala Harris that really doesn't have the knowledge to run a McDonald's, and then want to tell me to be respectful to her. I spit on the ground. She's barely an Indian or Asian Indian, right? but her dad is Jamaican, right? Or I think he's an Irish Jamaican or something like that. But all these different nationalities rolled up into one, and she still don't understand that what Biden did under her watch of being his second in charge was the most ignorant and disrespectful thing that you could have ever did to foundational Black American citizens like Isabella Baumfree, like Frederick Douglass, like Booker T. Washington, and the Honorable Carter G. Woodson. When it comes to historical documentation of where we really come from and what we truly are, it is our lineage. We've been forced to delineate. We tried segregating, but y'all came and burnt us down and don't want to offer any reparations, and still pushing the narrative of desegregation being the solution set, but either position us putting us in a position of being a token or calling us an Uncle Tom for trying to build our own nation. We can go over this again and again and again and again, because this country has a thing called freedom of speech. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. That's the bullet. And at the end of these hands, I don't like bare knuckle across the jaw. I'm more of a grappler. You know what I mean? That jinjitsu. You wake up the next day like, what happened? You know what I mean? Start choking you like a rag doll. Or smack you to sleep like I'm ready to do Barack Obama. Tired of being nice to ignorant lawyers. Tired of being nice to ignorant lawyers. If you really for civil rights, then it's time to start doing it right. Just, you're doing it wrong, yo. So I'm gonna go on that note. I still wish harmony and happiness for all of you, because we are resting. That is WAR. We are resting. That's WAR. We are resting is peace. Shout out again to Dennis Sperling. That war is peace is next level, dude. And I'm loving the videos. Y'all keep it up. All the ones that I mentioned, all the shout outs I gave, I'll be back again. God willing. So I talk to y'all later. All right, I mean, how to cut this off now? Let me see here. Hit that button there. Then I think I hit this button here. And I'll see y'all later at another time. Hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip means to be up to date and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. Can't just observe a hop. You gotta hop up and do it. Hip and hop is more than music. Hip is that knowledge. Hop is that movement. Hip and hop is intelligent movement or relevant movement. We're selling the music. Write this down. Your black books and journals. Hip hop culture is eternal. Run and tell all your friends. An ancient civilization has been born again. It's a fact.